So, great news, guys. Belinda passed the driver's license test on Friday. Yes! So now we've got 2 drivers in the house, and apart from that, she also gets a little ID card, because that's a very important thing. A lot of places here look at your driver's license because you got your photo on it and everything as your ID card. So we've gone to places and go, "Hey, can I see your driver's license, please?" No, sorry, you can't, because she didn't have one. But now she does, which is absolutely amazing. It's also a big monkey off her back. She is so relieved by the fact that she got her driver's license. So yes, awesome news. And for those of you that go, "Oh, how hard could it be to get your driver's license?" It could be really hard. It was actually quite funny. We were chatting to a few people here, also South Africans, and the one lady was saying she went for her driver's license. She got it on the 3rd time. Her husband only got it on the 4th time. And, so it's a general thing here, especially if you go to some of these outlying areas. Here in North Van, they're a little bit more comfortable. And also, the thing is, we know our area. We actually went and did a lot of practice runs before the test, because the big problem here, and that's what's so freaky, is the big problem here with the roads, one of the driving instructors also spoke about it, is that there's just a crap load of signage everywhere. I mean, there's instructions on the side of the road on signs everywhere. It's almost a little bit too much. You've got to be so sharp to watch everything coming past, because there's 30 km an hour, 40 km an hour, 50 km an hour, 60 km an hour, and then the roads run like, you go up here and it's 40 km an hour for a couple of 100 meters, and then it goes to 50 km an hour again, and then once you're there, just around the next corner, it goes to 30 km an hour because there's a park or a kids or a school, and then it's just like there's a crap load of signage. And it's also these speed limits that change all the time, everywhere. And then of course you also have like all the other rules and regulations. Every traffic light you get to, some traffic lights have got a little thing that says you can't turn right, or you can't turn left, or you can only turn right during a certain time of the day. So you quickly got to check the sign, check the watch, and make sure whether you can turn or not. So that's what makes it hard. It's not the actual driving. I mean, shit, we can all drive. We've been driving for many, many years. Been driving for longer than the damn instructor's been alive. But anyway, it's all those signs, because here they're very strict on a lot of those things. If you just miss one of them, you miss one little speed sign, or you miss one little sign, it's like, sorry. And then of course there's the whole pedestrian and bicycle thing. The one lady I was speaking to, she was saying she was doing a driving test, and she's driving, like focused, everything perfect, going along, and then the next minute there's a pedestrian, another old lady standing on the side of the road, and she just turns to the road. So she doesn't step into the road or do anything like that. She literally just turns to the road, and the driving, the guy, the testing guy, actually rips up her handbrake, and she goes, "Hey, didn't you see her? She was trying to cross the road." And she's like, "But he's like, "No, sorry, fail." So that's how strict they are with those things over here. With the pedestrians, if a pedestrian just kind of looks like he's going to go in the road, you have to stop and let him through. Now coming from South Africa, we had a slightly different approach to it. The pedestrian, yes, you watch out, and obviously you're aware and you see what's going on, but in SA it's the pedestrian's job to make sure that there's no cars before he crosses the road. Here it sometimes blows my mind, especially the kids. They would literally be walking on their cell phone. The one road up there where when we go from the school, when we pick up the kids from school and we come back on the highway. Now there's another school up top, another high school, and they walk down to the bus stop, a lot of the kids, and they actually cross the on-ramp. So you've got a traffic light, well, not a traffic light, you've got a turn where you turn into the on-ramp, and the kids walk across the on-ramp. they don't look at all. I mean, they literally walk like this with their cell phones, and they just cruise. They just like straight across the road. No, not a like this or a like that, nothing. They just kind of walk. And you know, if you hit a pedestrian, yeah, you're in deep trouble. It's all your fault. It's actually a little bit ridiculous. It's almost like the pedestrians are getting a free pass. You know, you can do whatever the hell you want. I mean, and it's also quite funny when we walk around. It's happened to us a couple of times where, you know, I'd be walking around and I'm like, you know, and you just kind of turn around to look that way or look at the other side of the street, and cars go, and you're like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I was meaning to like stop you from driving because it looks like I want to cross the road. And then of course the cyclists, you always have to watch out for cyclists. So anyway, long story short, to get your driver's license here is not the simplest thing in the world. There's like very, very few people that get it on their first time. I was very lucky because there was a friendly young lady that tested me and I got along with her very well, so I managed to get it. But for the rest, it's not a simple thing. And then of course the other problem is the fact that there's almost no bookings available. You know, if you go there and you fail your driver's license, I mean, we arrived, and when we could book our driver's licenses, we could only get bookings like 3 months in advance. And then if you fail it, you must wait 2 weeks before you can book again. And then, I mean, Belinda had, at one stage, she had a booking for the 19th of September was the earliest that she could get. Now, my wife is very determined, so she was in there every single day checking the sites, because what happens is you do get cancellations. And that's a tip for you. If you come here and you actually need to come and do your driver's license, book the one that you can get, the earliest date, and then every single day you got to log on and see if there are any cancellations so you can catch an earlier one. So she was lucky, she caught one for last Friday and managed to get it. Woo! Anyways, guys, I just wanted to tell you the good news. You all must have a good day. Cheers.